Kia ino i tātou. Whakataka te hau ki te uru, whakataka te hau ki te tonga. Kia mā kina ki uta, kia mā taratara ki tai. E hi ake ana te atākura, he tio, he huka, he hauhu. Ti hei mauri ora.
Kia ora and good evening, and welcome distinguished guests, fellow board members, Principal Mrs. Lorraine Pound, staff, parents, caregivers, and most important of all, senior students, for whom we are all here tonight to celebrate your academic success for 2019. In little over a week, you will be embarking on your challenge of your NCEA external exams, a culmination of your year's learning, for which I wish you all the very best. Last year, I highlighted the challenges and goals for the board. We had just completed our new strategic plan and refreshed the facility master plan. I'm pleased with the progress made over 2019, with the completion of the renovated L Block, renamed the Judith Potter Centre, only a few weeks away, and will be officially opened in February next year. The support from the community has enabled EGGS to develop an innovative learning centre to enhance and extend all those who use this facility. The board continues to review solutions to our parking and access ways via Silver and Owens Road. I am conscious that this project has been frustratingly slow as we work through the vagaries with surveyors, engineers, and the Ministry of Education to gain an understanding of the best solution and the financial implications that will fall upon the school. At this time last year, the Tomorrow Schools Task Force report was released, and submissions were sought by April this year. The ensuing debate played out in public meetings across the country and via the media, resulting in many submissions for the task force to review. Limited feedback has since been received. However, the government's 2019 budget did set the tone of what the government thinks really needs fixing in education. And it's not Board of Trustees that need fixing, it's a myriad of problems we currently deal with. These priorities highlighted in the budget include several key areas that many stakeholder groups have expressed concern about. The cost to parents of a supposedly free state education, the shortfall in resources to cater to disability and learning support, workforce issues, and the condition of school property. The conversation that ensues from these priorities that we need to be having is about school equity funding. And the budget announcement that the government is moving to a target equity funding to students model instead of schools, I think is hugely important in terms of how we see the education system evolving. The challenge ahead is to ensure any funding model provides the right balance of stability and flexibility so that extra support is in place for the students who need it, when they need it, whatever school they go to. The current decile system has created a labelling and superficial measurement mentality that we do not need replicated under a new system. The flow-on effect of this funding review has been the announcement of a change to the donation model. Decile 1 to 7 schools can opt to receive $150 per student if they do not seek parental support. For some schools, this will be a much-needed boost to their income stream. For others, it will be a significant drop in income. Decile 8 to 10 schools are not able to partake in this model and can still seek parental support. However, a recently re-released set of Ministry of Education guidelines that highlight what boards can and cannot charge for and what we can seek donations for has the potential to significantly impact our income from next year and our ability to offer enhanced and extended learning opportunities. For EGS to continue to offer a broad and deep learning experience with enhanced opportunities, such things as field trips, school camps, software, and other non-compulsory learning resources, we need the support of the parent community. Basic course material costs to meet the curriculum requirements will be met by the school under the current funding model, but EGS has and will always provide our students with the opportunities to aspire to reach their full potential. Currently, your generous donations provide the income stream for the board to fund additional teaching and support staff. Without this funding, the reality is simple. Parent donations in 2019 of $1.1 million represent contributions from approximately 65% of EGS families. While I understand the non-compulsory nature of these funds and appreciate the circumstances of many families, I don't think it is unrealistic to strive to improve on this current collection level. Unless, of course, the community is willing to sacrifice the quality of an EGS education. Hopefully not on my watch. We had the board election earlier this year with 3 vacancies and a strong candidate pool, which is always a positive reflection of an engaged community. I would like to thank all candidates for your willingness to support the school, and for those who joined the team, I look forward to working with you over the next 3 years. From a board's perspective, it is important that the governance philosophy allows the school to develop and continue to strive for all-round excellence. 2019 has been another outstanding year, with fantastic achievements across the curriculum, arts, cultural and sporting programs. And congratulations to all involved in this success. Your board is focused on enhancing the way we interact and engage with our community. And a work stream is underway addressing this very issue. We represent the community, and in this fast-paced and evolving world, what this means for learning in the future and the necessary changes likely to impact EGS is a challenge for us all. Learning is at the heart of our strategic plan. How everyone learns is changing, and from a board's perspective, it is important we provide the tools to ensure EGS remains leading edge. We will continue to invest in staff training and professional development. We will continue to support student-led initiatives, while at the same time ensuring the wellness of all students and staff is a major priority. I would like to acknowledge the excellent work excuse me, that your student board rep, Promise Akindaju, has done in this wellness space. And 2019 has been a very difficult year in this sense, with the events in Christchurch touching so many. I'm fortunate to have a very supportive, knowledgeable and experienced trustee group with a great skill set, and it is a pleasure working with you. As I said earlier, the EGS community is privileged to have such a dedicated and committed individuals. And I know for a fact that many communities are not so fortunate. It would be remiss of me not to thank a few people for making 2019 such an impressive year. To the board, thank you for your support. To the principal, Mrs. Lorraine Pound, congratulations on navigating the school through what at times has been a very emotional year. Your strength and ability to bring the school closer during the Christchurch attacks is credit to your leadership skills. Your senior leadership team has again proven to be very cohesive and a passionate group with a shared drive to make EGS a better place. One of your team, Ms. Sarah Dwan, has recently taken up a principal role, and this is testament to the leadership development and culture within the school. The teaching staff, you continue to impress with your passion and relentless drive to provide the students with inspiration. To all the support staff, this place doesn't operate without you. Thank you. To the foundation, thank you for your support and acceptance of the capital raising challenge I presented to you earlier this year, the result of which will set the pathway to enable the school to upgrade and develop our facilities. To the community, I wish to thank you for your ongoing support. Without your wide-ranging support, many aspects of the school would be unable to function as they do. And I look forward to enhancing the support into the future. To the 2019 student leaders, congratulations on a very successful year and the positive influence you have instilled across your fellow students. To the 2019 leavers, your EGS journey is almost over, and I wish you well in your new endeavours. Embrace the opportunities, but make sure you have a little bit of fun along the way. To your parents, your families, and the entire EGS community, I wish you all a fantastic festive season. Enjoy the Kiwi summer, and please stay safe. I would now like to invite the Principal, Mrs. Lorraine Pound, to say a few words. Thank you.
Ina mana, ina reo, i ngā karanga rangatanga maha, tēnā koutou. Tēnei te mihi mai o hākia koutou, no mai piki mai, aroha mai mihi mai. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou kua. Chris, board members, honoured guests, parents and caregivers, staff and students, it gives me great pleasure to address you this evening. As this year draws to an end, we're on the cusp of the implementation phase of a number of initiatives being worked on over the last 3 to 4 years. In the centenary year, I posed 2 important questions. What will EGS look like in its 2nd century, and what will learning at EGS look like in the school's 2nd century? For the first question, yes, we are looking a little different. As of April this year, we have a new website. And from the beginning of next year, as Chris mentioned, L Block will re-emerge as the Judith Potter Centre, a flexible learning environment. Students will also be looking different. A new Year 9 to 11 and then Year 12 and 13 uniform with a number of options that are comfortable and affordable, easy to care for and of good quality materials will bring a wonderful new look to the school. The new blazer will be available to all students and trousers will also be a standard optional item for all students. I'd like to thank the many parents, students, alumni and staff who've been involved in this major project. The second question, what will learning at Eggs look like, is a vital one. We have been exploring the pedagogies and practices that we believe will equip students to take their next steps in these times of rapid change. Just as our new strategic plan places an emphasis on well-being, the Learning Compass of the OECD Future of Education and Skills 2030 project has well-being also at its core. We believe that well-being is not advantaged by 3 years of constant qualifications assessment, and accordingly we're very excited to be implementing Year 11 2020 next year, where Year 11 students will complete one NCEA standard in each subject, plus all the requirements for university entrance numeracy. This will provide experience in NCEA and at least 20 credits that can be carried forward towards the Level 2 qualification in the following year. We're going to gain at least 10 weeks of learning time, which will benefit students significantly. So instead of it being a case of hurrying to get through the curriculum, we will have a year 9 to 11 time for broad and deep learning, followed by the last 2 years of learning and exit qualifications. In staff news, as Chris mentioned, Deputy Principal Sarah Dwan left at the end of Term 3 to take up her new position as Principal at St Mary's College. Sarah is the 7th Eggs staff member in the last 6 years to go on to a principal position. Others have been Karen Smith, myself, Kiri Tuketo, Claire Amos, Sarah Stenson and David Oliver. We believe in a sustainable leadership model and the importance of career development for our staff, and we're thrilled that good people contribute here and then go on to serve elsewhere for the good of the New Zealand education system. I'd also like to draw attention to Jeanette Davidson, who is a long-serving staff member who has given an impressive 40 years of service to the Epsom Girls Grammar School community as a science, human biology and biology teacher, and as a long-serving dean for 16 years. Jeanette has given of herself generously in support of student learning and pastoral care. Additionally, she has been one of 2 teachers in charge of the Sri Lankan group over an extended period. She was also involved at a national level, leading marking panels for human biology as a qualification subject. Let's thank Jeanette for her valuable contribution to Epsom Girls Grammar School as she looks forward to retiring at the end of this year. This year has been a year of outstanding achievement in a wide range of co-curricular activities, and here tonight we celebrate academic success. Students have the opportunities at this school for a well-rounded and rigorous educational experience. We believe in strong learning relationships between students and teachers, and we aim to build students' agency and their critical engagement in learning. I would like to invite students and parents here tonight to join me in thanking the teachers and support staff for all that they do to support students and their learning. I would like to particularly acknowledge the senior leadership team, Karen Dempsey, Sarah Dwan until the end of Term 3, and Kate Knowles, who's 2.5 weeks old tonight, Michelle Haywood, Trish Milner, and Kate Slattery. These members of the senior leadership team have been leading various projects, some of which I mentioned earlier, for example, Michelle coordinating the uniform review, Karen coordinating the curriculum review with the learning area directors, Trish with the professional development, of course, that needs to be associated with this kind of change. Just a few examples for you there. I want to thank the whole team for their support and their energy this year. I also want to thank the board chairperson, Chris Isles, deputy chairs, Linley Sherry, until June when the election happened, and since June, Kate Smith as deputy chairperson, and the other trustees, including our new 3 trustees who've gone straight into very active service for the school. It's a pleasure working with talented and committed people, and a constant and invaluable feature of EGGS is the commitment of all to a common sense of purpose. And that purpose is quality education for Epsom Girls Grammar School students, a commitment that can be seen on a daily basis. Parents, you also contribute a vast amount in a variety of ways to the many opportunities that we are able to offer. Thank you for your service and also for supporting us financially, especially with the fundraising campaign this year for the Judith Potter Centre. And I want to thank you, the students, for your commitment to your learning and to congratulate you on the development of your talents and skills across curricular and co-curricular areas, for your energy and for your contribution to the school's culture. This school is a place where individual people and their learning matter, a place that is innovative and future-focused, a place also where we honour tradition and where the values of courage, compassion, curiosity and community are evident in our daily interactions and pursuit of learning. I would like to wish all the senior students success in their external examinations, and I hope that everyone enjoys the family time of Christmas and the summer holidays. Nō reira, tēnei te mihi kia koutou katoa e hui tahi nei. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
Good evening. My name is Patricia Milner and it is my pleasure to read the Year 11 Awards for 2019. Please welcome our presenter, Mr. Tovia Va'aelua, onto the stage to present the awards this evening. Students will be called in groups, so please hold your applause until the end of each group is called. The Year 11 Awards for 2019. Natasha Abasinghi, Distinction in Art. Mariam Amir Kazmi, Distinction in Physical Health Program. Akari Anzawa, Distinction in Physics. Sarah Joy Arawa, Prize for Distinction in English, Economics and Physical Health Program. And Anwisha Banerjee, Distinction in Digital Technology. Eileen Bao, Distinction in Food Technology. Hannah Bautista, Distinction in Economics. Stella Beckman, Prize for Distinction in History and Chinese Second Language and highly commended in performance music. Eliza Baviji, Distinction in Drama. Sailor Bostick, Lillian Matches Prize for Oral French, highly commended in English. And Lily Botting, Prize for Distinction in the Physical Health Program and highly commended in English and History. Cameron Brown, highly commended in Mathematics. Jessica Brown, Distinction in Sports Science. Rachel Brown, Prize for Distinction in Biology, Mathematics and Sports Science. Peyton Burrows, Distinction in the Physical Health Program. Zara Burt, Distinction in Art. And Lucia Kalija, Prize for Distinction in Mathematics and Chemistry and highly commended in Physics. Sarah Chen, Distinction in Chemistry. Chloe Chung, Distinction in Chemistry. Vicky Chow, Prize for Distinction in Digital Technology and highly commended in English and Physics. Hannah Clark, Distinction in the Physical Health Program. And Lee Win Cook, commended in Geography. Jordan Devery, Distinction in Food Technology. Juliette Domizet, Distinction in Economics and highly commended in Mathematics. Grace Fuchs Austin, Distinction in Environmental Science. Lydia Fraser, Distinction in Mathematics. Paris Fraser, Distinction in Photography. And Ella Freeman, Distinction in Health Sociology and the Physical Health Program. Nishika Gamage, Prize for Distinction in Chemistry and Food Technology and highly commended in History. Natalie Gain, Prize for Distinction in French and Art and commended in English. Hannah Garnell, distinction in Japanese. Eliza Goldsmith, distinction in photography. Maya Govind, distinction in chemistry. And Eternity Hanara, prize for service to the Kapahaka group. Sophia He, distinction in biology and earth and space science. Vaishu Hedge, distinction in economics and English. Maya Halliwell Clark, distinction in the physical health program. Ines Hernandez, distinction in chemistry and highly commended in history. Eliza Hickton, distinction in sports science and highly commended in mathematics. And Sally Sue, distinction in art. Brianne Illing, distinction in sports science and physical health program. Azura Iqbal, prize for distinction in physics, chemistry, and earth and space science, and highly commended in English. Joelle Ireland, the Opus 15 Cup for potential or talent in music, distinction in design technology and English. And Rachel Jakeman, commended in the Learning Skills program. Laknavi Jayamani, distinction in earth and space science. Jessica Jiang, distinction in mathematics. Skylar Jiang, distinction in music. Sarah Carr, distinction in art. And Kushi Kumar, distinction in accounting and biology. Kairangi Latu, distinction in the physical health program. Anne Lee, distinction in physics. Alicia Lee, Florence Patterson Memorial Prize for distinction in mathematics, distinction in mathematics. Yuna Lee, commended in physics. And Cindy Leung, prize for distinction in English, chemistry, and biology. Charlotte Lewis, highly commended in history. Cherie Liu, prize for distinction in chemistry and accounting, and highly commended in physics and mathematics. Rata Lomax, distinction in earth and space science and photography. Varsha Maharaj, distinction in English. And Prakya Mathur, distinction in biology. Mila Matthews, highly commended in Latin. Charlotte McFarlane, distinction in biology and photography. Talia Medagamage, distinction in art. Kung Yun Oh, distinction in graphics and photography. Cheska Pragtakan, distinction in graphics. and Chloe Present, Distinction in Health Sociology. Alice Raya, Distinction in the Physical Health Program. Hallie Reid, Highly Commended in Mathematics. Ashwini Rohan, Highly Commended in Geography. Olivia Ruffle, Distinction in the Physical Health Program. And Hope Rai, Prize for Poetry, Distinction in Biology. Ria Sabnis, Prize for Poetry, Highly Commended in Mathematics. Lily Bell Sawyer, Distinction in Mathematics and Highly Commended in Spanish. Michelle Shu, Distinction in Chemistry. Jessica Simpson, Distinction in the Physical Health Program. Brianna Shushu, Commended in Human Biology. And Jasmine Smith, Distinction in the Physical Health Program and Highly Commended in Mathematics. Josephina Stephens Compos, Prize for Distinction in Graphics and Chemistry and Highly Commended in English. Zoe Stringer, Distinction in Textiles and Design. Nalini Sun, Distinction in Chemistry. Naomi Wadwani, Prize for Distinction in English, Chemistry and Earth and Space Science. And Lara Waite, Distinction in the Physical Health Program. Emily Wan, Distinction in Biology. Fang Ping Wang, Distinction in Accounting. Lauren Watt, Distinction in English and Highly Commended in Drama. Ruvundi Welaratne, Commended in English for Speakers of Other Languages. Simone Wiggins, Distinction in Mathematics. And Renee Williamson, Distinction in the Physical Health Program. Ruby Wright, Commended in Foundation English. Isabella Yin, Commended in English for Speakers of Other Languages. Makaya Yin, Distinction in the Physical Health Program. Wendy Zhang, Distinction in Chemistry and Highly Commended in Mathematics. Angie Zhu, Distinction in Physics and Level 2 Mathematics. And Coco Zhu, Distinction in Biology and Graphics. A warm congratulations to all our Year 11 prize winners, and thank you, Mr. Va'alua. We will now have an item from our Epsom Chamber Orchestra. This evening they will be performing the finale from Violin Concerto in D, Opus 3, Number 9, featuring Angeline Shao as soloist and conductor.
Thank you to Angeline and the Epsom Chamber Orchestra for that striking piece. My name's Michelle Hayward, and I'll be working tonight to reading through the Year 12 awards. I would like to invite Mrs. Wendy Kerr from the Board of Trustees to help me present these awards, please. And the recipients of the Year 12 awards: Sophie Adams, Distinction in Economics; Antonia Amer, Distinction in the Physical Health Program; Katia Alioleva, the Barbara Elizabeth Cowan Prize for Service to Reading; Simi Alwa, Distinction in Textiles and Design; Anshal Aravinthan, Distinction in Accounting and Highly Commended in English; and Madeline Ash, Distinction in Sports Science. Sarah Bell, the Prize for Distinction in English, Mathematics and History; Rachel Chang, Distinction in Design Technology; Bethel Chew, the Prize for Distinction in Biology and Chemistry and Highly Commended in English and Physics; Naomi Chin, Highly Commended in Physics; and Lucy Clark, Distinction in Biology and Chinese as a Second Language. Charlotte Collins, Distinction in the Physical Health Program; Mackenzie Cooper, Distinction in Food Technology; Lyric Davison, Prize for Prose and Distinction in the Physical Health Program; Isabella Dembugart, Distinction in Art Printmaking and Classical Studies; and Lucy Gestro, Highly Commended in Statistics. Zephyr Gonzalez, Distinction in Mathematics; Shan Hagai, Distinction in the Physical Health Program and Sports Science; Abigail Hewitt, Distinction in Business Studies; Katie Jackways, Prize for Distinction in Biology and Health Sociology and Highly Commended in English; Luca Jefferson, Distinction in Drama and Sculpture; and Sarah Jin, Commended in English for Speakers of Other Languages. Asaya Katamat, Commended in Chemistry; Shreya Kelderman, Highly Commended in English; Jasmine Kishpai Sananarak, Highly Commended in Chemistry; Rebecca Knight, Distinction in the Physical Health Program; and Shaylin Lamb, Distinction in the Physical Health Program. Emma Larson, Distinction in English and Highly Commended in Level 3 Economics; Katie Law, the Prize for Distinction in Calculus and Commended in Foundation English and Travel and Tourism; Esther Lee, the Highly Commended in Level 3 Performance Music; Athena Lee, the Prize for Distinction in Accounting, Mathematics, Biology and Highly Commended in Chemistry; and Karen Lee, Distinction in Painting. Ella Luan, Highly Commended in Physics; Poppy Lush, Distinction in Food Technology; Juliette MacDonald, the Prize for Distinction in Statistics, English and Environmental Science and Commended in Geography; Katia Matthews, Distinction in Painting; and Taylor Maxwell, Commended in Art History. Eleonora Mazur, commended in the Learning Skills Program. Katrina McConnell, commended in Geography. Anna Miller, highly commended in English. Caitlin Mitchell, highly commended in Geography and commended in Legal Studies. Anjali Mystery, prize for the top student in Digital Media. And Michaela Morris, distinction in the Physical Health Program. Jasmine Murray, the prize for distinction in Biology, Health Sociology, highly commended in English and commended in Chemistry. Manisha Nanthakumar, distinction in Statistics. Luca Oshai, distinction in Level 3 Japanese. Jessica U, distinction in English and History. Sahana Pasupati, distinction in Calculus. And Emily Patterson, distinction in the Physical Health Program. Anna Pashish, distinction in Economics and Statistics. Ameria Pianta Price, distinction in History and Graphics. Anna Peter, distinction in Business Studies and Statistics. Megan Powell, distinction in Photography. Jasmine Quinn, distinction in Art Design. And Devanshi Ranjan, distinction in English. Linda Ream, distinction in Te Reo Māori and highly commended in Biology. Zoe Roche, distinction in Classical Studies and Media Studies. Eden Rose Yon, distinction in Art Design. Jane Shellikins, distinction in History. Kajani Siva-Loganathan, distinction in the Physical Health Program. And Arwin Smith, commended in Foundation English and Hospitality. Zara Stockler, highly commended in Statistics. Rachel Varghese, prize for distinction in Mathematics and highly commended in Chemistry and Physics. Angela Wang, distinction in French. Georgia War, distinction in Digital Technology and Graphics. Kenna Wells, distinction in Photography and the Physical Health Program. And Clemence Williams, distinction in the Physical Health Program. Bianca Wood, distinction in Photography. Sophie Wood, distinction in Economics. Ella Wiley, distinction in Sports Science. Lumos Zhang, distinction in Chinese Heritage Language. Risa Zhang, highly commended in English. Jenny Zhou, prize for distinction in Calculus, Chemistry and Biology. And Sophia Zhu, commended in Legal Studies. And congratulations again to all of those Year 12 prize winners, and thank you, Mrs. Kerr, for presenting the awards this evening. The Epsom Symphonia, conducted by alumna Esther Wu, will now perform the Slavonic dance in G minor by Dvorak.
Good evening, and thank you to Esther and the Epsom Symphonia for that powerful performance. I'm Kate Knowles, and it is my pleasure this evening to read the Year 11 and 12 Special Awards. I invite Mrs. Julie Goodyear to the stage to present these awards. The Year 11 Special Prizes and Awards. Zainab Bandukwala, Prize for Distinction in Mathematics, English, Chemistry, and the Physical and Health Program, the Lillian Matches Prize for Oral French. Laura Beagley, Prize for Distinction in Mathematics, Chemistry, Accounting, and Earth and Space Science. Scarlett Bausink, Prize for Distinction in Physics, Chemistry, Biology, and Earth and Space Science, and the Gay Roberts Science Prize. Hannah Huddleston, Prize for Distinction in Chemistry and Level 2 Mathematics, and highly commended in Physics, the Florence Patterson Memorial Prize for Distinction in Level 2 Mathematics. Charlie Lee, Prize for Distinction in Level 2 Mathematics, Physics, Chemistry, Biology, and Earth and Space Science. And Xinjuan Lee, Prize for Distinction in Accounting, Chemistry, Earth and Space Science, and Level 2 Mathematics. Olivia Maybe, Prize for Distinction in Accounting, Biology, Physics and Spanish, and highly commended in mathematics. Caitlin Mansfield, Prize for Distinction in Mathematics, History, Te Reo Māori, and Level 2 Music. Phoebe Chian, Prize for Distinction in Physics, Biology, Chemistry, and Writing for Publication, and highly commended in English. And Lydia Tucker, Prize for Distinction in Art, Biology, English, and French. Thank you, Ms. Goodyear. I now invite Ms. Gay Griffiths, former headmistress of Epsom Girls Grammar, to present the next award. Karina Liu, Prize for Distinction in Economics, Biology and Chemistry, Prize for Distinction in Physics, and highly commended in Geography and English. Karina receives the Gay Griffiths Award for All-Round Excellence in Year 11. Thank you, Ms. Griffiths. I'd now like to invite Ms. Goodyear back to present the Year 12 awards. The Year 12 Special Prizes and Awards. Promise Akandeju, Prize for Distinction in Digital Technology and the Physical Health Program, and highly commended in Chemistry. Prize for Distinction in English, Physics, Biology, and Level 3 Calculus, the Cowan Cup for Reading and Speech. Lara Albert, Prize for Distinction in Statistics, Biology, English, and Art Printmaking, and highly commended in History. Els German, Prize for Distinction in Accounting, Mathematics, and Biology, and commended in Chemistry, the Florence Patterson Memorial Prize for Distinction in Mathematics. Megan Kwan, Prize for Distinction in Accounting, English, and Level 3 Calculus, Prize for Distinction in Biology, Physics, and Chemistry, the Einstein Award for the Top Science Student in Year 12, and the John George Memorial Prize. Chen Han Liu, University of Auckland Faculty of Arts Award, Prize for Distinction in Level 3 Calculus, Level 3 Music, and the Physical Health Program, Prize for Distinction in English, History, Biology, and Spanish. And Victoria Sun, Prize for Distinction in Physics, Biology, English, and Level 3 Calculus, and the Prize for Poetry. That concludes the special prizes and awards. Thank you to Mrs. Julie Goodyear for presenting these awards.
The Student Leadership Team for 2019. This year we've had 24 prefects, each person very involved in their specific areas of responsibility. And I would like to thank all of the prefects for the commitment and leadership that they have shown. They have been led by a talented head prefect team, which has consisted of 3 deputy head prefects and the head prefect. I'm going to ask them to come out now, and I'd like to introduce you to the 3 deputy head prefects first. Rebecca Mead, all come out. Rebecca Mead, Anushka Unikrishnan, and Jasmine Wickie. All 3 have managed not only to achieve well in their Level 3 program, they've also all been actively involved in a wide range of school activities. They started the year as they meant to go on, organised, ambitious, and ready to put in the work needed to make events successful. Each of them has a huge amount of enthusiasm and energy and commitment. They are articulate communicators and they follow through. Rebecca Anushka and Jazz have each brought good ideas to the table, whether for the campaign week, the father-daughter breakfast, or for connecting with what is a very large student body. Everyone has enjoyed the games at Assembly, especially the good egg, and we have all appreciated the thoughtfulness in what they've talked about each week here in the hall. Each of these students has a clear sense of values, their own and the Epsom 4 school values. And they each have exemplified these values this year very easily and naturally. Miss Dempsey and I have really enjoyed our weekly meetings with this team. They are comfortable in their own skin and in standing up for what they believe in and giving careful thought to the opinions and feelings of others. I'm now going to hand you over to our 3 deputy head prefects to tell you a little about their time here at Eggs.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Senior Prizegiving. My experience at high school has been beyond amazing, and the only possible comparison I can think of that does it justice is a film production. If my 5 years at Epsom Girls Grammar was a movie, the teachers would be the heroes. The characters that always managed to swoop in just in time, wearing sunglasses and with flames in the background. Yes, it takes hard work and determination from students that should not be discredited, but it's our teachers who are the people behind our success. They deserve to have their name at the top of the list as the credits roll. And of course, every great movie has an incredible production team. From those who care for the grounds, to those in charge of admin, to our supportive and loving families, to our wonderful senior leadership team and the Board of Trustees. These are the directors and executive producers, working tirelessly behind the scenes to give us the most incredible experience of high school possible. And what is a blockbuster film without the A-list Hollywood actors? The students. From those of you who wake up in the morning feeling nervous about your internal, to those who make the trek up D block every morning but still manage to be smiling when you reach the top. We have the most incredible cast of students here, full of some of the most kind, hardworking, and caring people I have ever met. And these traits are exemplified by my friends standing up here with me today and by those sitting below. You all deserve to be winning an Oscar this evening. I've had the most incredible 5 years of my life at this school. It has shaped me into who I am today and has set me up so greatly for the years ahead. So, while we are in the closing scene of this beautiful film, probably the part where the audience is reaching for their tissues, I realise that every great movie has a sequel. And with the amazing start that Epsom Girls Grammar has provided for each and every one of us, I can't wait to watch the next instalments and to see what all of you powerful young women achieve. This is not a goodbye, this is simply a to be continued.
Per Augusta ad Augusta, through difficulties to greatness. Our motto is certainly a true reflection of our school spirit. I've listened to these head prefect speeches for a few years now, and the first thing I realized was how difficult it was to condense my unique and colourful experience at Eggs. After much reflection, I brought it down to 3 main pearls of wisdom that Epsom Girls Grammar School has instilled in me. Pearl number 1, be confident in your capabilities. Epsom is a place which nurtures drive and ambition. It is our teachers that challenge us and encourage us to aim high. Along with all the successes, I've experienced my own failures, which have taught me resilience, and that when the going gets tough, the tough get going. When I first came to Epsom, I was this tiny, still am by the way, shy and nervous girl. However, I am proud to say that Epsom has helped me grow into the person I've always wanted to become, someone who is resilient, confident, and compassionate. I believe the confidence Epsom has instilled in all of us will truly help us when entering university and the real world. Pearl number 2 is to make the most of your Eggs community and get involved. It is true that the world becomes less of a scary place the more people you meet and the more you get involved. I've made the most amazing friends like the ones who are standing behind me today, many of whom I know will achieve great things. The final pearl I leave with you is to continue this inclusive Epsom spirit that our school embodies. The people at Epsom have made me feel appreciated and valued, and at the end of the day, as the poet Maya Angelou said, people may not remember exactly what you did or what you said, but they will always remember how you made them feel. And I feel as though I will be a part of the Epsom pride for life. And this has prepared me to take on whatever life throws at me. There is unity in our diversity here at Epsom Girls Grammar School, and I'm so proud and grateful to have been a part of it. Per Augusta ad Augusta.
Kia ora koutou katoa, ko te apauri toku iwi, ko tāpirirahi toku maunga, ko te awapoku toku awa, no te kau aho, ko Jasmine toku ingoa. Good evening and warmest of welcomes. I've had a lot to be grateful for over my time at Epsom, and I could go on and on tonight about all the joyful and incredible memories I've made. To me, the opportunity of me being here is something I certainly have never taken for granted. My enrolment application into Epsom Girls got rejected, not once, but twice. Maybe the enrolment lady got super sick of reading over my application. However, on the third time, I got super lucky and was accepted into Eggs. So yeah, thanks Eggs, it seems like you really wanted me here in your school. Leaving behind my hometown to live in the big central city of Auckland was exciting as well as daunting. However, here at Eggs, I've learned that everyone's journeys are different and unique to each own. I found a new home here in Eggs that I've been blessed with the chance to spread my wings, and I couldn't be more grateful to this wonderful school for accepting me, although it took some convincing, for helping me stand when I thought I'd fall, and giving me some of my bestest friends right here beside me. To my parents, I don't want the waterworks to start, but the sacrifice you've made to let me be here was immense. Thank you for letting me leave the nest early to go to this excellent school. So Eggs, thank you for a lifetime worth of opportunities, memories and friendships. I leave you now, but you will stay in my heart forever. I'll now end off with this whakatauki. Whaia te etu kahurangi ki te tū ohu koe me he maunga teite. Its meaning is about aiming high for what you believe is truly valuable. But I believe that its real message is to be persistent and don't let obstacles stop you from reaching your goal. Thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca, Anushka and Jasmine. Amelia Burton has been the head prefect this year, and everything I've said about the deputy head prefects also applies to Amelia. This team has collaborated well, working together to generate ideas and outcomes that no single individual person could achieve. They've become very close, and I have admired Amelia's clear sense of service leadership. She also is modest, a deep thinker, and someone who can bring people together in a common sense of purpose. Amelia is kind, warm, strong, sensible, hardworking, creative, and capable. I'll ask Amelia to come forward to address you now.
Thank you. So, dear Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, staff, parents, and of course the talented students, which we're here tonight to celebrate. For the students here in this room, we have spent about 3 to 5 years here at Epsom, and with my rough math skills, this equates to about 3,780 to 6,300 hours. And when you put that into perspective, it makes one realise how much we invest into our education. In everything we do, school-wise, sporting, or otherwise, Eggs has taught us to never be afraid. Those 6,300 hours that I've spent here have taught me to be bold, brave, and to make as much impact in the world I can. I love to think that the Leaning Tower of Pisa wasn't supposed to be leaning, but if it was straight, it wouldn't be as much as a tourist attraction. And this is kind of how I think about my time at Eggs. Through every mistake or failure, it's how we learn from them that make them worthwhile. The future generations of Helen Clarks, Karen Walkers, and everything in between have shown us tonight that they are not afraid and will bounce back to be the best that they can be. For this year, I've got to thank the beautiful team behind me for allowing me to lean, for allowing me to try new things, some of which don't quite stand up straight, but they always make it feel like a success or a job well done. To Mrs. Pound and Miss Dempsey for being such incredible mentors and teaching myself and the team how to laugh during the busy times so we can thrive when we need be. So I'd like to leave you all today and say, when your tower leans or it's feeling a bit off, don't freak out. Be bold, be brave, and learn from it. So now I want to finish off the year how we as a team started it, referencing our favourite Troy Bolton from High School Musical. He said, once a wildcat, always a wildcat. But for us here today, once an egg, always an egg. The hours that I've spent here will stay with me forever, and I've never been prouder to call myself an egg. Thank you.
Thank you, Amelia, and you can see the fine quality that we've had in our student leadership team this year and why we're so proud of them. Now, of course, as the Year 13 students complete their year, we are now ready to look ahead to student leadership for the coming year, 2020. And it is my great pleasure to announce the head prefect for 2020, Promise Akindaji. And the deputy head prefects, and I'm going to read 3 names, for Epsom Girls Grammar School for 2020 will be in alphabetical order. Lucy Gestro, Sian Haggai, and Emma Larson. Please stand as we join together in singing Gaudiamus Agatua.
Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Karen Dempsey, tako ingoa. My name is Karen Dempsey, and it is my absolute pleasure to be reading the Year 13 Awards for 2019. Isabel Bainbridge, highly commended in mathematics. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce our presenter. I would like to welcome to the stage Ms. Kate Smith, Deputy Chairperson of the Epsom Girls Grammar School Board of Trustees, to present these awards. Isabel Bainbridge, highly commended in mathematics. Tyler Bowe, distinction in sports science. Poppy Belsing, distinction in chemistry and highly commended in biology. And Paris Collette, the Kathy Howie Cup for outstanding leadership in health promotion and distinction in health sociology and commended in travel and tourism. Georgia Cooper, commended in Foundation English. Andrea Gray-Koo, highly commended in biology. Kavya Grover, distinction in art history Renaissance. Lucy Higgins, prize for Epsom House Head Prefect, jointly awarded. And Davina Huang, Carol Isles Memorial Prize for Latin, commended in Latin. Rebecca Hume, commended in Geography. Zaria Island, the Verna Dowdall Award for Participation and Leadership in Arts and Culture, distinction in Sports Science. And Sophie Lai, the Coralie Blackwell Memorial Prize for English Contemporary, distinction in Health Sociology and highly commended in English. Grace Lee, distinction in biology and statistics. Sophie Lewis, distinction in art history, in art design and English. Cara Lockhart, the Kaha Award for Courage, Resilience and Commitment to Personal Growth. Molly Manning, the David Hamilton Cup for Composition. And Paris McNeilage, distinction in Business Enterprise and Legal Studies. Bridie Newell, prize for prose, highly commended in drama and commended in sculpture. Elizabeth Nan, distinction in classical studies. Ga Yong O, distinction in statistics. Jade Panoho, prize for service to Te Reo Māori. And Una Park, highly commended in calculus. Michaela Peake, commended in English. Amelia Price, Lisa Murphy Cup for outstanding achievement in art history. Rashika Rainey, distinction in business studies. Nancy Rivet, the Charlotte Gibbs Memorial Prize for Formal Writing, distinction in classical studies. Angel Roche, commended in Foundation English. Rachel Sadler, distinction in art printmaking and highly commended in chemistry. And Desiree Selwyn, commended in early childhood and the Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Vocational Pathways. Lauren Simigan, Award for the Most Outstanding Student in Painting. Emily Seow, distinction in statistics and highly commended in physics. Sophia Song, commended in English for speakers of other languages. Millie Stewart, the Lucy B. Moore Memorial Prize for Biology. And Sharon Susanto, the Coralie Blackwell Memorial Prize for English Shakespeare, Distinction in Biology. Samantha Sutton, Distinction in Business Studies and Economics. Karen Tan, Distinction in Design Technology and Painting. Lauren Tantrum, Distinction in English Shakespeare. Lakshaya Thakur, commended in Hospitality. And Lucy Thompson, Distinction in Geography. Anushka Unikrishnan, Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award. Maggie Wang, Distinction in Biology. Taylor Grace Watt, Award for the Most Outstanding Student in Photography. And Imogen Wiseman, the Anne Morris Prize for the 2019 Shakespeare Scholar. Harriet Woodward, Distinction in Spanish and highly commended in Art History Modern. Lily Wright, highly commended in History. Emily Jing, Distinction in Economics. And Jane Zhou, Distinction in Chinese Heritage Language. Congratulations to all of tonight's award recipients. Thank you, Ms. Kate Smith, for presenting these awards. Now, I know you will all delight in this next performance. It is a medley written by Sophie Brown titled Daffodils. This piece, conducted by Virginia Lacren, features Paradisum, percussionists, the Epsom Chamber Orchestra, and, of course, Sophie Brown.
Come on, boy, just come around. I may be crazy, but I'm not dumb, ba-da-dum.
Thank you to our spectacular musicians there and Miss Lecreen for bringing that to life, that award-winning composition by Sophie, one of our talented Year 11 students. Good evening, everyone. I am Kate Slattery, and it is now my privilege to read the Year 13 Special Awards. We will have a range of presenters within this category. Student names will again be read out in groups, so please hold your applause until the end of each group. I would like to invite Mr. Isles, Chairperson of the Board of Trustees, to the stage to present. The Year 13 Leadership Awards. Sophie Larson and Catherine Nichols, the Albert Eden Cup for Leadership and Service to Community. These students are in their leadership peers, so that would be great if you clapped them. Rebecca Kerr and Alexandra Langenkamp, the Madeline Gunn Cup for Leadership and Service to Learning. Sophie Davies and Sophia Morecambe, the Victor Mackey Memorial Cup for Service to School Sport. Ali Kamal and Hannah Farmelo, the Linda McNeil Cup for the Arts and Cultural Leaders. And the prize for Deputy Head Prefect to Rebecca Mead, Anushka Unkrishnan and Jasmine Wickie. And Amelia Burton, the Principal's Award to the Head Prefect. The Year 13 Special Awards. Rebecca Feigall, the Isabel Zyman Memorial Prize for Services to the Library, jointly awarded, commended in English. Isabel Getty, the Blakey Shield for Leadership and Group Activities, jointly awarded. Anna Hoonhout, the Prefect's Legacy Award for Leadership and Service from a non-prefect, jointly awarded. Ariba Iqbal, John Williamson Scholarship, Distinction in Biology and History, Kate Atchison Memorial Prize for History. Rachel Lynn, Prize for Distinction in Physics, Business Studies and Statistics. And Elizabeth Morrison, the Morrison Cup for Public Speaking, Prize for Poetry, and the Ara Lodge Fine Arts Award. Maria O'Malley, the Akoranga Cup for Significant Contribution to Learning, jointly awarded. Distinction in Chinese Second Language and Statistics. Sarah Patton Beverley, Te Ropu Wero Cup for Service to the School, jointly awarded. Chloe Smith, the Blakey Shield for Leadership and Group Activities, jointly awarded. Shirley T, John Williamson Scholarship, highly commended in Physics. And Bonner Young Isabel Zimmerman Memorial Prize for Services to the Library, jointly awarded, Distinction in Biology and Commended in Geography. Thank you, Mr. Isles. We now turn to the Scholarship Awards, and I would like to invite Mr. Mason Lockhart to present the Rudel Holmden Scholarships. Hiyori Kawamura, the Rudel Holmden Scholarship for Food Technology, Cup for Participation and Commitment as the most enthusiastic student, commended in the Learning Skills Program. Rebecca Mead, the Rudel Holmden Scholarship for History, Te Kaitaka Cup for Fostering Engagement and Community Spirit, jointly awarded, Distinction in History and Commended in English. Eva Verwood, the Rudel Holmden Scholarship for History. And Hannah Wallace, the Rudel Holmden Scholarship for Food Technology, Distinction in Food Technology and Highly Commended in Drama. Thank you, Mr. Lockhart. I now invite Mr. Will Moffat from Victoria University to present the following scholarships. Caitlin Ashby, the Tangiwai Scholarship for Excellence, Distinction in Media Studies. And Rebecca Kerr, Tangiwai Scholarship for Excellence. Thank you, Mr. Moffat. I would now like to welcome Miss Grace Latimer from the University of Otago to present their scholarships. Kate Baker, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship, Distinction in Biology and English. Amelia Burton, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship. Katie Cathro, New Frontiers Excellence Scholarship, Prize for Distinction in Photography, Art Design and Health Sociology. Sophie Davies, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship. Aina Dempster Uchida, New Frontiers Excellence Scholarship, Excellence in Young Enterprise Business Management. Phoebe Donaldson, Academic Excellence Scholarship, Distinction in Chemistry, Joy Carter Prize for Chemistry. Julia Fian, New Frontiers Excellence Scholarship, Prize for Distinction in Photography, History and Classical Studies. And Stella Fish, New Frontiers Excellence Scholarship, Distinction in Environmental Science, Lydiard Prize for Practical Biology, and the Taylor Cup for Service to the Environment. Charlotte Fox, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship, Distinction in Statistics. Holly Hutton, Māori Entrance Scholarship, Prize for Epsom House Head Prefect, jointly awarded, Epsom House Prize for Achievement. Gray Lee, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship, Distinction in Textiles and Design and Highly Commended in Calculus. Sophie Martin, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship, Te Kaitaka Cup for Fostering Encouragement and Community Spirit, jointly awarded. Student Council Cup for Effective and Consistent Participation, jointly awarded, and Distinction in History. Safra Mahadeen, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship, Student Council Cup for Effective and Consistent Participation, jointly awarded. Te Ropu Wero Cup for Service to the School, jointly awarded. Kate Morris, Performance Entrance Scholarship. And Shreya Nair, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship. Catherine Nichols, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship. Sophia Parbu, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship, highly commended in biology. Phoebe Warne, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship, Student Council Cup for effective and consistent participation, jointly awarded. Prefect's Legacy Award for leadership and service from a non-prefect, jointly awarded. Fan Kun Yin, Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship, distinction, prize for distinction in biology and highly commended in chemistry and history. Amelia Wells, New Frontiers Excellence Scholarship. And Edie Rogan, Pacific Peoples Entrance Scholarship. Thank you, Ms. Latimer. I now would like to invite Mr. Isles back to the stage to present the following scholarships. Hannah Cartman, the AUT School Leavers Scholarship. Annabelle Brown, Go Canterbury Scholarship. Brittany Clark, Go Canterbury Scholarship. And Courtney Wilson, Engineering High Achievers Scholarship, Distinction in Art History Renaissance. Thank you, Mr. Isles. I would like to ask Associate Professor Jim Spears from the University of Auckland to present our final set of scholarships. Jennifer Chen, Top Achievers Scholarship, John Williamson Scholarship. Kelly Liu, Top Achievers Scholarship, the Lillian Matches Prize for Oral French, Prize for Distinction in English, Shakespeare and French, and highly commended in history. Sophie Larson, Top Achievers Scholarship, highly commended in chemistry and mathematics. Zoe McKenzie, Top Achievers Scholarship, Distinction in Graphics and highly commended in physics. Aria Todd Pimarika, Māori Academic Excellence Scholarship. And Angeline Shaw, Jean Hayward Scholarship, Emmons Spencer Physics Prize, Distinction in Statistics and highly commended in chemistry. Thank you, Associate Professor Spears. That concludes the special awards and scholarships. Congratulations to all these students. It has been my pleasure to read these. Thank you.
And now we come to the final awards of the evening, and we're going to start with our Benefactor Awards, the first of which will be presented by Ms. Julie Goodger on behalf of alumna and benefactor Ms. Jill Mandino. Please welcome Julie back to the stage. The Kathleen Mandino Scholarship. This scholarship is funded by Ms. Jill Mandino in memory of her mother, Kathleen, who was also an alumna of the school. It is intended to encourage students to enter the science community and contribute to innovation and research. Ms. Mandino also funds the Einstein Centennial Awards in Science at Years 12 and 13. The Kathleen Mandino Scholarship for 2019 is awarded to Cindy Chang. This year, Cindy has been one of 3 orchestra leaders of the Epsom Symphonia and Chamber Orchestra and a member of the Arts and Cultural Committee. Cindy has been a member of the Chinese Extravaganza Chamber Orchestra and the Concert Band. She has been a Brain Bee leader, a member of the Maths Club, and part of the New Zealand Next Top Engineering Scientist event. Cindy was also selected to participate in the Royal Society Chemistry Olympiad Camp. Next year, Cindy's intended course is Bachelor of Engineering at the University of Auckland. Her awards this evening are Distinction in Physics and Highly Commended in Chemistry, the University of Auckland Top Achievers Scholarship, and the Kathleen Mandino Scholarship. Thank you, Mrs. Goodger. I'd like to call on Mr. Roger Topless, representing the Chenery Trust, to present the next award. The Hilda Chenery Memorial Scholarship was established in memory of Hilda Chenery, who was a successful businesswoman in Auckland, and is awarded annually to a student of Epsom Girls Grammar School who wishes to study for a degree in commerce, law, or business management. The recipient of the Hilda Chenery Memorial Scholarship for 2019 is Kelly Ding. This year, Kelly has represented the school in advanced debating, CalCEX, the University of Auckland case competition, the business case competition, and Kelly shadowed a business leader as part of the AUT Shadow a Leader program. In the wider community, Kelly has been the youth MP working with Member of Parliament Raymond Ho. Kelly also gained a silver award at the New Zealand Economics Olympiad. She has been the table tennis captain and the leader of Egg's one table tennis team, which came first in the Auckland Championships. Kelly has been a peer tutor, part of the student-run production, and she was involved in the Egg's Monetary Policy Challenge. Next year, Kelly's intended course is a conjoint degree in Commerce and Law at the University of Auckland. Her awards this evening are Distinction in Statistics and Highly Commended in Accounting, the University of Auckland Faculty of Business and Economics Undergraduate Scholarship, and the Hilda Chenery Scholarship. Thank you, Mr. Topless. I'd like to now ask Chris Isles back to the stage to present the final 2 awards of the evening. Proxime Acessit to the Ducks 2019. This award recognises the runner-up to the Ducks of the school, and this year it is awarded to Destiny Lee. This year, Destiny has been a leader of the Coding Club and a leader of the IT Crowd Student Committee. When the teacher in charge was on a Ministry of Education sabbatical for a term, Destiny took over full duties. She has been a peer tutor and a member of the e-gaming club. Destiny also participated in the Oceania e-sports tournament. Next year, Destiny's intended course is a Bachelor of Engineering degree at the University of Auckland. Her awards this evening are the Akaranga Cup for Significant Contribution to Learning, Prize for Distinction in Physics, Accounting, Business Studies and Statistics, and the Prize for Proxime Acessit. The Wolf Fisher Memorial Scholarship, Emily Varney. The Wolf Fisher Memorial Scholarship was established in memory of Sir Wolf Fisher and is to be awarded annually to a student of Epsom Girls Grammar School who plans to enrol in a course of full-time study at a tertiary institution. The recipient is to be one of the top 3 scholars who has made an outstanding contribution to the school. And Ducks Award 2019, Emily Varney. This year, Emily has been a Brain Bee leader, a Maths Club leader, a Mathx coach, and a peer tutor. She represented the school in the business case competition. She has also been a member of the Epsom Symphonia and a participant in CalCEX and the New Zealand's Top Next Engineering Scientist event. Next year, Emily's intended course is Biomedical Science at the University of Auckland. Her awards for this evening are the John Williamson Scholarship, Prize for Distinction in Biology, Chemistry, Physics and Statistics, and highly commended in English Shakespeare, the New Zealand Institute of Physics Prize, the M.E. Freeman Memorial Prize for Mathematics, the Mary Melrose Prize for Top Student in Physics and Biology, the Einstein Award for Top Science Student in Year 13, and the prize for the Ducks of the school. Congratulations. Well done, it's fabulous. Thank you, Mr. Isles, and let's show our appreciation for all our presenters this evening. In a moment, I'm going to ask us to stand, but just a message first. Please remain standing at the conclusion of the school song for the recessional as the official party leave the hall. Please stand to join together in singing the school song.
And thank you, girls, for a fantastic evening. Now, I just ask that the parents, if you can start leaving now, and we'll... and if you'd like to wait for your daughters outside, it'll just be a little bit easier for us. And then we're going to release the students shortly. So give yourselves a big round of applause, girls, because that was a fantastic evening, and thank you to the orchestra. Okay, thank you all, girls. So, just before you all run away and go home, I need some volunteers from the Year 13 to help me tidy up the hall, ready for your assembly tomorrow morning. So we have a whole load of chairs. So Year 13s, I'll just ask you to wait behind and help out, please. Year 11s and Year 12s, thank you for a fantastic evening again. Congratulations, and we'll see you all tomorrow. So